let's start off with the bad news first, and then we'll get right into what's been going on in this video. This is my Hoya cutting of Hoya cystianthia, and it's not doing well. As you saw in the original video, a leaf fell off right away, and then all but one leaf fell off, and I thought that maybe it needed higher humidity, so I put it inside a little bag, and that caused funguses to grow out of the growing points out of the nodes. So now I've lowered the water level so they're not sitting in there. And the only reason I haven't thrown this out yet, and I really don't want to lose this plant, is because we look a close up here. Okay, you can see those little bumps on there? I think those are roots coming in. I hope they are anyways. So there's hope, and there's some green. I don't know if this stem can photosynthesize and if this will survive once it loses that last leaf, but I hope so. Anyways, yeah, definitely any advice on that, but I'm not giving up on it. I'm gonna keep it out of the bag because that caused new problems, and I'm just gonna keep it under a grow light in the warmest room in the house. Okay, so if you guys remember, I had a video I posted called something like, "My Hoya, should I cut it?" And I was trying to decide if my Hoyas that had gotten really long, whether I should make them into cuttings. And I'm glad I did. That video posted on January 20th. So I made the cuttings on January 21st. It hasn't even been a month yet. And we've got some amazing progress going on here and some not so amazing progress. So let's just have a look. Let's start with the big one over here. This is Hoya carrii. This is one of my jars. I've made many of these because that carrii was huge. Now, this guy dropped all its leaves, just like my my other one that's really sick. But it's behaving the same way. It's got these bumps here, and those are definitely new roots coming in. This is very slow to root, and this one's doing the same thing. It's got one leaf left. Those are not new roots. Those were there already, but it is forming new root knobs. So this gives me hope that my other sick Hoya, maybe it'll survive. Okay, this is the unknown, possibly poopy calyx. And I have two. I have one in a glass jar, and then I have this one. And this one is doing way better, and I just wonder if it's because the glass or the cup is dark. You can't see through it. But look at those roots. That's great. And just for fun, one of the Hoya carrii leaves fell off, and I decided to try to make my own Valentine Hoya. It's a stupid thing, really, that companies do. I'll talk about that in the description below. But I just wanted to see if I can make one for myself. If it did root, I know it would never do anything. Now this is Hoya australis. See some new little roots finally coming in there. I'm a bit worried because they're also coming out of the node. This one has a pretty big one right there. Let's see. The other cutting doesn't have it so much, but that means that when I go to plant these up in soil, I may have to just plant it on its side like this to encourage the roots to keep going. This is one of the ones I got from Zensibility. Those I got in February, and February 3rd. They have grown really fast. This is Waitii, and I'm really surprised because the shapes of these roots are totally different. But I think that's a new root. And this didn't have anything. If I remember right, this didn't have anything when I got it. So those have got to be the roots coming in. So these guys with these short roots, I'm going to leave them in here longer. See if they do anything. But that's really cool. And this is my Hoya archiboldiana. And it is doing great. Pull out one of these guys. Check that out. This one will soon, whoops, will be ready very, very soon to go in the soil if it isn't already. Got lots of cuttings of that one. I put tapes on top to keep the stems from jumping out. It's not that I'm taping the plants, it's just that I'm trying to make a barrier to hold them in better. So they're not taped in, it's a very loose thing. Okay, so those were mostly from my personal collection that I've had for ages now. Now let me get the ones that I got from Hawaii. So here are the 3 cuttings I got from Hawaii, minus the Cystianthia that isn't doing so well. Let's start with Ciliata first. This has been the most difficult one to root. Okay, there's 2 little buds coming in right there at the end and a little further in towards the right. This plant gets a lot of black sooty stuff on it. I wiped it down and it comes back, so I'm guessing it's like some kind of nectar or maybe sugars get stuck on this because it is a furry plant. And nothing on the other side. So I hope those 2 bumps, you can see it right there. Underneath right there. I hope those are roots. We'll give it a bit longer. Now I got these guys on February 3rd, I think is when I posted the video. So it's not even close to a month yet, but we're already seeing progress. Alright, this is Macrovilli. It's got lots of little root bumps coming in. Those look nice. There's a real root coming in up here, that little white stick. So I think that by the end of the month, this guy will be ready for soil. Alright, but the coolest thing so far, my turtle plant, Hoya elliptica. This thing got roots like 3 days after I put it in the water. It got these they look like a sawfish. It had teeth on each side, and now, there we go. Check that out. That is huge. It's nowhere near a month. This thing has grown so fast. In fact, I think tonight I'm going to put it into soil because I think it's done with water. I mean, I guess I could let them grow longer, but I don't think it's necessary. It's got little roots going everywhere, even where it wasn't in the water. So yeah, I think this is a happy plant. I suspect that this will do extremely well for me once I'm able to get it outside. So that is the update so far. I'm very, very happy with the progress of all my cuttings except for that one. So hopefully soon the next update will be these guys in the soil and growing, and we will focus afterwards on growing new leaves. Alright, Des from Scary Fear signing off.